And this leads to inflammation and the resultant pain that you experience. Basically.
And the swelling and everything else that goes along with
But
it.
why doesn't everybody get gout though?
exactly,
Because
yeah.
I think I feel like some people are more prone to gout than others. Is that true?
So generally, gout itself, as you grow older, men generally are more at risk for gout than ladies. And the age as well plays a factor. So diet is a big factor in gout. So it really depends on your diet. If your diet is full of high purines, certain red meats, seafoods, this results in increased risk of it precipitating out and depositing into joints.
This is why it's called the rich man's disease.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, with the exception of FD, all the people I know, my friends, right, who have gout, are all actually relatively young. They had their first gout attacks. Is that
Yeah,
a term to
attacks,
use?
it's an
is it
attack.
When they were in their 30s, you know.
So yes, but the proportion of them increases as we grow older itself. But
So-
a lot of times the first attack comes at around earlier part when they are. Generally, they will tell you after you eat something, certain foods.
Yeah.
Eventually, they know which foods trigger gout.
Yeah.
And they try to avoid.
So it is a lifestyle-induced, what do you call it?
Condition.
Condition? Yeah.
Yes and no. There are genetic factors as well. Depends on the body. There are certain factors in the body that actually causes you to be able to metabolize uric acid differently.
Right, okay.
Not as good. So that also plays a part in where you get gout.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
all
like,
right.
for example, my grandfather had gout.
Yeah.
My father had gout. It skipped my brother, and it came to me. Yeah. I don't know why it skipped my brother. It just skipped one.
Was your
Okay.
brother a vegetarian?
No.
So I think people
he's
eat
more
red
a-
meat.
He's more a meat eater than I am.
So would vegetarians be less prone to getting gout? Is that
In
a
some
myth?
sense, yes. Because vegetables actually reduces. It doesn't. Is I would rather you eat vegetables than red meat if you are prone to gout.
Right,
Basically,
okay,
This is one
okay.
of the things that lifestyle changes we can have.
Okay, after you're becoming vegetarian.
No, but my father's trigger wasn't meat.
Was
it was
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yes. So alcohol is another one. So generally alcohol, the more you drink actually increases the risk of you having gout itself, of gout attack happening, not you getting gout attack happening. So there are different alcohols. Generally beers
right?
Yeah.
are more
Yeah.
at risk than wines or spirits.
Okay.
Of course, the overall amount itself plays a big factor as well. If you go
Okay.
and binge, that the chances are
Something's
higher.
going to happen, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cut down my alcohol intake. That is for sure.
But there
Thanks
are
to
some,
Benji.
But there are some people who don't get gout at all, right? Throughout their life? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there you
Maybe
go.
they just don't say it.
No,
maybe
I
they-
mean, like my dad is 82 and he's never had gout.
Oh.
Yeah, and he loves his drink. And
I guess
and
that's because
meats.
your dad, his body processes the uric acid
Acid
better.
better.
Okay,
yeah.
let's continue talking about this on The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is family physician from Parkway Shenton, Dr. Benjy Soh. Up next, Lil Nas. Here's Montero on Kiss 92.
Okay, just need you to stay in front of
In
your
front of the
microphone.
mic, yeah.
Sorry, I realized that
Yeah,
my
that's
voice might
that's why we like you to
No worries.
hear
You
yourself.
can just move your mic like that. I mean, if you,
Or you can just hold it
Okay.
Yes.
if you need to adjust, yeah.
like a singer.
We've got a question on our Facebook page that I think is quite interesting. Because I have gout, it always attacks either my left big toe or my right big toe. It alternates, right? And I have developed bunions.
Oh.
Do you develop bunions because of gout?
So bunions is actually a lot of times more to do with the footwear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not so much gout,
The gout attack.
The gout attack. Because a lot of ladies have bunions.
Yeah.
Because of the way the foot is
Ill-fitting
Right.
shoes,
And
right?
heels and
yes,
all that.
It just
Yeah.
squashes the foot.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that actually causes it. So gout doesn't really cause bunion.
Okay.
But I guess you can say because gout itself, long-term damage actually destroys the joint. If you
Yeah,
keep
it
letting
does.
So
if
it
it happen-
contributes to it.
Yes. So
Yeah.
perhaps I would need to read up a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About bunion
Okay.
causation.
It certainly makes it feel worse because if you're having a bunion,
Oh.
that area is already,
It's
kind
already
of
painful.
tender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tender, yeah.
Formed already.
And it
Yeah.
throbs as well when it's really painful.
Yeah, and then plus the gout. Oh my goodness.
So why is it, sorry, FD,
No,
why
you're good.
is it that women are not as prone to getting gout?
So generally, it's not really well understood. But the thing is that we do know there's an association with menopause and women getting gout.
But
so,
then menopause is much later in life,
yes,
though.
yes. So
okay,
ladies tend to get it much later in life.
Right.
So you don't really hear a lot of young ladies getting gout.
okay.
Only after menopause, then you say maybe. But it's also
after menopause,
after
right.
menopause, then you
Oh.
get- but it's not a lot. Also, not in my practice. I only seen one or two.
Oh,
But
really?
males
Okay.
a lot.
Okay,
Males
okay.
a lot, especially those in the 30s, 40s, 50s.
Okay.
Yeah.
we were talking about this earlier. So my father's trigger was alcohol. Red meat is a trigger. What other triggers are there? Could there be?
So there are generally seafood.
Oh,
Seafood,
all sorts of seafood?
All sorts of seafood actually. Those can actually increase risk of gout. The innards of animals can cause gout.
Oh, your kway chap,
wow,
is it?
kway chap.
Chap, right?
Yeah.
I eat everything that you are mentioning, doctor.
I'm vegetarian, that's why I'm
whack.
fine.
Oh.
So I think I better cut down on everything.
So, high uric acid does not mean you get gout, in the sense. So you can have high uric acid, but it's also the length of time with the high uric acid in your body. But it doesn't always mean you get gout. That's why some people just don't get gout. Basically, maybe one of the
Yeah,
lucky
I think
ones,
so.
You see?
That's why sometimes in life we should be grateful for what we have. If you're one of
Yeah.
those people who really enjoys life and eats almost everything and anything, no stomach issues, no gut, whatever, you need to be very
Still
grateful.
and
right?
careful
Yes.
as well. You don't want to be playing with
Yeah.
death. Anyway.
There are
Yeah.
things that you have to be careful of. Eat too much of that, like
Yeah.
cholesterol and so on and so forth.
That's true.
blood
Yes.
pressure and all that.
And
yeah.
and that's where I think we want to ask you as well. Like, I mean, I'm sure you encourage people to go for regular checks in
Checkup.
order to determine if they have maybe high cholesterol or high blood pressure or whatever.
And
right?
that's where something like Healthier SG comes in, isn't it?
Yes. So generally, the Healthy SG provides a framework. It's an MOH initiative that helps to allow affordable and accessible care, preventive healthcare to the citizens of Singapore, basically.
So make sure that you live a good life so you don't actually have to see a doctor. That put you
But
guys
should
out of
see a
business,
doctor
right?
too. So since even if you're healthy, you should do screenings.
Screenings,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
checkups, yeah.
Exactly. So we were talking about Healthier SG. So the whole thing started last week.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Yes.
rollout, the enrollment,
right.
right? So what does that mean now? Anybody enrolls, or how does that work?
So generally, at this point of time, it's more of Singapore citizens as well as permanent residents above 60 and above.
Okay.
Okay.
That are able to go to their Health Hub app and enroll into the preferred clinic.
So anyone outside of that group cannot do it yet, right?
In time, yes.
Okay, yeah.
But I think the first rollout is just for this age group, the more
Okay.
vulnerable age group at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
and
I've
you've
done.
already
I've
done
already done
and
it.
it's
I've-
easy.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
What
It's
are
very
some of the
easy.
benefits though for people who are signing up?
So generally,
for
the
Healthy
benefits
SG?
are you have access to your medical bills, reports on the Help app itself. You can book your first consultation at your preferred clinic. You get $20 worth of health points actually, and you have you have access to free screenings and vaccinations. Basically, preventive
Yeah.
healthcare.
Oh, okay.
Which is really,
okay.
really...
That's brilliant.
So, okay, this is something I want to ask you. So, free vaccinations and things. I am due
The flu jab.
the flu
yeah.
jab and what's that one you told me I should get?
Pneumococcal.
Pneumococcal.
Yes.
Pneumococcal.
So, how does that work under
Is
Healthier
it free
SG?
for
So
him?
yes, technically for pneumococcal itself, if you have no other medical issues, those that are 65 and above can take it. The first
Okay,
jab.
yeah.
It's two jabs actually.
Yeah.
One is on 65 and one at 66.
Yeah.
So generally that's free for you because
Okay.
under the government scheme.
Right.
Flu jabs, yes as well. For under the government scheme, you can take it yearly.
Yeah.
Sometimes depends on the MOH directive. Sometimes the flu virus changes. If you had taken one in the beginning of this year, like in January or February, you technically can take a second one this year for the flu jab itself because the strain has changed.
And it
northern
always
to
does,
southern.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It follows the winter seasons in the world.
Right.
Right.
So now it's
okay.
southern. Yes.
Right, okay, okay.
okay.
Very interesting.
That's really interesting.
And you were talking about these points that you get. Like, what do you say? 20
$20.
health points. What,
Yes.
what is that?
So I think you can use that to do
Shopping?
No. I'm not 100%
Oh.
sure, but I think you can participate in programs as well that
Right.
like exercise programs, classes and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you use
Those-
it for that, yeah.
Yes.
That's handy.
Because this whole thing means your doctor now has a more holistic outlook of you.
And
So-
it's about having a family doctor as
Yes.
well, constantly
Yeah.
going to the same
Yeah.
one,
Yes.
right?
Easier, not
Yeah.
like going to different doctors all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming up for traffic, and then
We
when
can
we
talk
go on
about-
air, we'll maybe talk a little bit about Healthy SG again for the benefit of people who are not watching us
Sure,
right
sure,
now. Okay, here we go.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Alrighty, we've got the usual delays across the expressways. Look out for the PIE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down after Clementi Road exit. BKE towards the PIE, an accident after Dairy Farm Road, a bit of congestion there as well. Just stay within the speed limit, please. Make sure you've got everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Every Wednesday is Good Morning Doctor Day, and today we welcome Dr. Benjy Soh, family physician at Parkway Shenton. And we've been talking about gout. We'll soon be talking about osteoarthritis. But Benjy, we want to ask you a little bit more about Healthier SG. It was rolled out, or rather people were able to register starting July 5th. But I still get people coming up to me and asking me, like, what are the benefits of Healthier SG? Why do I need to sign up for Healthier SG? So could you tell us a little bit more?
So basically, enrollment for Healthier SG, Singapore citizens and permanent residents 60 and above can log on to the Health Hub app and enroll in their preferred clinic for their first Healthier SG consultation.
Okay.
The benefits of it, generally you have access to free health screenings, age appropriate, as well as
Kiss
vaccination.
92 Time Check, brought to you by Putian. Savor Putian's Dish of the Year. The iconic Fujian dish, Golden Broth Buddha, jumps over the wall. Packed with premium quality ingredients and priced at $38. Only at Putian, mastering authentic Fujian cuisine with quality ingredients.
It's 8:12, by the way. Okay.
Carry on.
So to add on free health screenings, age appropriate, as well as vaccinations, you can also get the $20 free health credits, basically on the Healthy 360 app, as well as access to medical bills and reports and health trends, basically on the app itself.
Okay.
Subsequently, you can have a free first consultation to help to plan better your health journey with us, basically.
And that's currently all happening now for those aged 60 and above who were able to register last week, right? But starting, I hear from early next year, there'll be higher subsidies for selected chronic medications. And you'll also be able to use your Medisave to pay for full cost of treatment without any cash. How
Yes.
awesome is
Yes,
that?
it
That's really good.
That's really, really
Yeah,
good, because
very,
all
very
that
good.
money that's been going to Medisave can now be put
Yes.
towards your bills.
So it
I think
really-
that's awesome.
It really helps to subsidize the treatment for
Yeah, it
those
does.
with chronic conditions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So we were talking about gout earlier, and we do want to talk about osteoarthritis. What is that, Benjy?
So osteoarthritis is the most common form of arthritis in the world. It's one of the leading causes of disability in older adults.
Okay.
It's generally a disease of wear and tear. It's built up due to stress on the joints itself. It can affect any joint actually, but the most commonly affected are hands, knees, and hips.
Is osteoarthritis the same as arthritis? Is that just the short form? Or
Yes
no?
and no. Arthritis is a very generic term.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's many different arthritis, different forms of arthritis.
There's rheumatoid arthritis,
Right,
there's
okay.
osteoarthritis, there's various things, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So osteoarthritis, is that where you get the deforming of fingers and things like that?
Yeah, you can get deformity of fingers due to osteoarthritis as well. But other conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, like you rightfully mentioned, can cause deformity as well, and quite serious ones.
Is gout
Is
part
your
of...
thumb deformed already?
No, because I got
FD?
that, and I used to have terrible pain.
Yeah.
The doctor is currently looking at FD's hand.
You know why? And it's because of the most
now.
the
Not
most
now.
stupid thing, doctor.
What is it?
There are some people who have these what is it? A bit of deformity or not because they are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They're
He
grappling
knows the
and all that.
story.
This guy injured his thumb playing with plasticine.
I had a habit. I would watch TV whenever I had downtime. I would have plasticine in my hands, and I'd be rolling it.
You think that's what it is?
And that's what they say. I've been told that's what caused this, and it got so painful for what 6 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
I had
You
these
had
two
the-
splints.
I
But-
felt so bad for
My
him.
goodness, how much plasticine were you rolling? Like,
That's
how
right.
long were you rolling plasticine
At
for?
any one time, 3 hours.
Why? So you were like a fidget. You need a
It's a
fidget
fidget.
spinner.
It was a fidget.
It's a habit.
It was a habit. Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
wow.
habit.
Have you done away with that
I've
habit?
done away with the
Okay.
habit.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know they still sell
Yeah,
plasticine.
Play-Doh.
Oh,
Play-Doh.
no, they sell plasticine.
Plasticine.
So that is not arthritis, is
This
it?
is it's
It
I
is
do
a
think
form,
it's
right?
a form of arthritis. Yes.
Yeah, you see?
Okay.
It does look like osteoarthritis actually.
Yeah.
Because arthritis can
Osteoarthritis.
form this kind of notes as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, let's continue to talk to Benjy on the Big Show TV.
The only way to get
Okay, we've got a lot of questions coming through on our Facebook page. One of them is this. I had gout 18 years ago during my NS days. Obviously, now he hasn't had gout for a long time. Can you be cured of it? And can it come back?
So it's a chronic condition.
Right.
It's a bit like hypertension.
Right.
You can control it, but it can still come back. So it depends on perhaps the food he eats as well.
Yeah.
Is he controlling? If that's good, I'm very happy for him actually that he doesn't have gout
Yeah.
because it's very painful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So yes, to answer the question, it can come back.
So it's never really cured.
Yes.
It just sits in the background.
Yes, exactly.
I've
There
got
you
another
go.
question about gout that came in through our WhatsApp. Is there medical evidence that shows people who turn red after drinking alcohol have a higher chance of getting gout?
Not that I know of.
Okay, all right, okay.
Some
There you
people
go,
say if you
answered.
turn red after drinking, that's good.
Because
you know?
your
Yeah.
If you-
blood flow
yeah.
is good. But what is the actual reason, and why do I know it's completely off
No,
topic.
but I want to know also why.
Why do some people turn red? I don't at all. I'd love to have some blush in
It's
my
a
face.
Asian. It's
Asian
a very
flush.
Asian flush thing.
Yeah.
It's generally the enzymes in your liver actually metabolize alcohol a bit differently.
So
the-
it's our Asian DNA.
yes, that
Wow.
causes it. Yeah.
Oh.
But I've
Okay.
seen foreigners turn
Yes.
red.
So,
They're part Asian.
I turn red.
You
There
turn
he
red.
is
right?
part
Right.
Asian, though.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's
it really,
what I am.
it really depends on whether you have the gene that has the enzyme that metabolizes alcohol. It converts it to something different.
So you may not be Asian. It's a particular
yes,
gene.
yes, but more Asians
Have it.
don't have that gene.
Oh, don't have
I
that
think don't have
gene.
that
Right.
gene, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that's why you turn very red.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I use the term foreigner when I.
Yeah, because I'm
no,
white.
actually, what
It's
I'm
normal.
no,
Yeah.
but what I
White
mean
people.
is Caucasians,
Caucasians.
especially.
Fair
Right? I've seen
Caucasians.
Caucasians turn red.
Yes.
as well.
So
Brits,
it's a gene.
Brits in particular.
Yeah, yeah.
You see a lot of them turn
I
red.
guess it's the amount you drink as well.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
That's
drink
true.
enough.
If you do drink enough, I think everybody eventually
Gets
turns
red.
red.
So, Benji, when I get a gout attack, I take colchicine.
Yes.
Right? It's a normal thing. It's what most people take. But Adrian has come across and said he had high uric acid and he was on medication for 2 years. So there is medication that can help bring down your uric acid.
Yes, generally, your GPs or your polyclinic doctors, they will start a medicine that can help to reduce your uric acid in the body if you have 2 or more gout attacks a year. So you can use a medication to prevent gout in a sense.
Oh.
Yeah. So generally, these medications help to reduce the overall uric acid levels in the body, and preventing you from potentially getting gout attacks. But of
Okay.
course, even if you take that and you binge,
Yeah.
you will still come.
It will still come, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so just heading back to osteoarthritis, is that different from rheumatism or is it the same thing?
Yeah, so rheumatism is generally a big class of diseases marked by inflammation in pain in joints and muscles.
Which is rheumatism,
Yes,
not
So-
arthritis, right?
So
or it is
they are
kind of
the
same,
yeah.
really?
So arthritis means inflammation or joints.
Joints,
basically,
yeah.
Yes. So rheumatism is just a big umbrella. Osteoarthritis falls under that banner.
Oh, rheumatism is the umbrella of everything else.
Oh.
Oh,
Something like
not
that.
arthritis is the.
Arthritis is just a term of inflammation.
So
in the joints.
rheumatism and then arthritis and then everything under arthritis? Is that how it?
Not really. I think it's a bit different, but rheumatism is just a big banner. Just saying that
Okay.
pain, inflammation in pain in joints and muscles, and osteoarthritis falls on. It's one of those such diseases. There's
Got
a
it.
very
growing
many.
growing up
Got
with
it.
our family members who use terms like that, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
they've
yeah.
used it rather loosely.
Loosely.
Yeah.
So we grew up getting, the wrong impression of certain things.
Yeah.
Like rheumatism, my grandmother used to say, "Oh, my back
My
is
back- it must be
aching."
rheumatism.
It's rheumatism.
Or it's a bit,
things like that.
or it's a bit cold and my joints are acting up and all that. Does the weather play a part?
Yes, also studies have been done on that particular front as
Yeah.
well, and actually there's no conclusive evidence. We do not know
Oh.
why some people do feel a bit more pain when the weather's a bit cold, but the studies didn't show
A direct
a
link.
direct link or causation with the weather and why you feel what you feel.
So just stay warm,
yeah, yes,
right?
because
And then
warmth actually helps to increase blood flow and relax the muscles actually.
Yeah.
it's
so
like
the-
a heating pad
Yes,
almost,
so that's
right?
Why, that's why those are one of the home remedies you can use, but those are very temporary. They don't actually help with what is causing the pain.
Yeah.
Okay, so remedies, arthritis, osteoarthritis, you go check a doctor anytime. The first thing they'll give you is glucosamine. And there's a big argument as to
Yes.
whether it works
The
or it
joints,
doesn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't work lah, glucosamine.
I used it once for my
Benji?
elbow. It seemed to work for me.
So there is so the consensus amongst doctors is that if a patient requests or the patient wants to use it and has been using it, we will continue it if there's no side effects in a sense. Generally, it's quite well tolerated, but there is no really hard evidence that it really helps. But there's a very big placebo effect. Placebo
Yeah.
effect means you feel like
But-
it helps.
You know what is the problem, I feel, Benji? The problem is many people feel that glucosamine helps to heal the joints.
It does. I don't think it
But-
does.
It's not.
It does not, right?
Yeah,
It
I
may
mean,
relieve the
it's
pain,
not
but
that I know of. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
It's a think that it's no harm, so we just continue.
I used to take it for a few years, until I found out, like, it doesn't help heal the joints, because I thought it promotes healing, And I said, what's the point then? Wasting my money. And it's not cheap.
Yes.
No,
it's
it's
quite
not.
expensive. Yes.
One other question I have with regard to glucosamine. So I have a heart condition. I'm on my heart medications, blah, blah, blah. There are some people that say when you're on heart medication, you should not be taking glucosamine. Have you ever heard of this? Because I heard it from a couple of people, not doctors. Huh?
Oh.
I'm just asking.
I would have to read up a bit more. I'm not familiar actually at this point. I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You were
No
saying
worries.
that osteoarthritis is an inflammatory condition. So are there certain foods, anti-inflammatory foods some foods have that anti-inflammatory sort of ability. Will some foods sort of bring that down? The pain and the inflammation?
Not on the acute front. Let's
Right,
say,
okay.
I do not think that can actually help at that point of time.
Unless you'd have to eat bucket loads
I,
of it.
Generally, I don't think it does. It might help reduce the overall oxidation level in the body.
Okay.
But whether or not it helps prevent, because osteoarthritis itself is a wear and tear. It's a
Right.
due to
Yes.
stress,
Yeah.
multiple. You keep loading it, that causes the damage and the inflammation. Eventually, inflammation. You see.
Right, okay.
So as long as that thing is there,
Still damaged,
there,
yeah.
you will still experience pain and the symptoms that you do experience.
Got it,
So
got it.
that food might not actually really help.
Okay.
It's more of lifestyle changes,
Yeah.
weight loss, exercise.
Is there any operation that can be done to heal your wear and tear?
To heal, no. To fix it, yes, generally, but those we would try all the different lifestyle modifications, painkillers. Physiotherapy is the big one actually. Physiotherapy works wonders, but the problem is that physiotherapy is something that takes time.
Yes.
Yes.
And people are not patient.
It's
Yes.
so weird with
Yes.
physiotherapy though, because you've already put so much stress and wear and tear into those joints, and yet you're continuing. The movements are slightly different.
But
I'm
they're very
assuming, right?
different. Physiotherapy,
Yeah.
you've got different types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
the movement is different as well.
I'm going for physio now.
Fantastic.
And
I'm
in
very
the end,
happy.
I was going for, initially I was going for, what was that, where they just crack you and all?
Chiropractor.
Chiropractor, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't go to a chiropractor anymore. I go to a physiotherapist
Physiotherapist.
now. And I think it's amazing.
Much better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll go back on air. Stand by.
Kiss 92 traffic.
The BKE towards the PIE, a vehicle broken down before the PIE exit. CTE towards the AYE, an accident before the PIE Jurong exit. Congestion is to the PIE Changi exit. Jalan Boon Lay towards Boon Lay Way or near the Boon Lay Way junction. We have an accident there. Look out for that. KPE towards the ECP, an accident after airport road entrance. Avoid lane 1. BKE towards the PIE, an accident after Dairy Farm Road. Quite a bit of congestion there. Please stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Dr. Benjy Soh.
Hello.
It's been wonderful having you on the show,
Thank you.
Benjy.
Thank you.
Benjy, of course, is a family physician with Parkway Shenton.
Benjy, we said that exercise is a good way to keep osteoarthritis at bay. Question coming through. Are there any ways a young person or any tests a young person could go through or do to find out if they would be susceptible to osteoarthritis?
Not really. Generally, there are risk factors that you can control, namely your weight and exercising right, warming up, cooling down, preventing damage to the joints itself. Because the damage is built up as you go. So and when you're younger days, you most of us tend to just run, stop.
Yeah.
We do all sorts of wacky things that actually can have the potential detrimental effects if you injure yourself. That's why you see people, the sports people, like footballers, when they injure their knees and stuff like that, osteoarthritis comes faster.
Yep.
Hits them faster, hits them younger. That's why as you see, as the injuries piled up, their efficiency on the pitch is not as good.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, you don't look at all these athletes and think like, wow, they're so fit, they're so healthy. Fitness and health, being healthy are two different things
things,
altogether.
yeah.
They may look, really solid and fit and all that.
But inside-
inside, at
Yeah.
night when the aircon is on,
Yeah.
they'll be aching, in their joints and things like that, So you need to just take care of yourself.
But I guess I would have the same question. I'm not sure if you mentioned this before. If whether you can do a check for osteoarthritis, can you do the same for gout and your uric
Yes.
acid levels before you even get it?
Yes, so you can check your uric acid levels. It's quite
Okay.
easy. Yeah, it's just a simple blood test. You don't need to fast.
Would you? Oh, okay, not like blood, but
Yeah.
would you recommend people to do that?
Yes, so a lot of times screening itself is part of generally we have packages. So generally uric acid is one of the basic ones inside there as well.
Right,
that
okay.
you can check for it and make sure that how's the levels.
That could be covered under the Healthier SG screening?
For that, no.
No.
For that,
Okay.
no, yeah. But speaking of the Healthier SG, at the moment, I mean, it just got rolled out last week on July the 5th for people who are above 60 years. And just tell us a little bit, I mean, the process of signing up for Healthier SG and the Health Hub and all that, how easy or difficult is it? Because those above 60, not all of them are tech savvy.
So basically, the main way is to log onto the Health Hub app and to select the preferred clinic to book your first Healthier SG consultation. Generally, make it Shenton Parkway Clinic.
Of course.
So just go a bit. So
Hey, wait. Before you carry on, where is your clinic?
it's at Block 126, Lorong 1.
Oh, you're in Toa Payoh.
Oh, you're just
wow.
here.
Okay.
Down the road.
And what's the
see.
name of your clinic?
It's Parkway Shenton.
Oh, it's
Parkway
Parkway. It
Shenton.
says Parkway
Yes,
Shenton.
yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just down the road actually.
Okay.
So after you sign up to your preferred clinic, you receive an SMS from NOH to say you have successfully enrolled.
Okay.
Subsequently, you book your first consultation via your My Health 360 app.
Okay.
So it's a few things you need to do. Or either you can call the clinic actually. Once you're enrolled,
okay.
you can call the clinic.
All right.
Make it easier, especially the elderly. Some of them actually come down to my clinic to just book the appointment.
So they will
Yeah.
get the SMS and that immediately tells them, okay, you can go
As
to
long
the
as you're
thing.
successfully enrolled, you can just choose the clinic that you have picked previously.
Right.
You can't go to another clinic though.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you can eventually change if you find that clinic.
And
more
then
suitable.
continue going to that one. Right. Okay.
Yeah. I was about to say, actually, I mean, if they do go down and look for you, I'm sure you and your staff will be able to help them,
Yes.
guide them along.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely,
for
definitely.
sure.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need that, right?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Wow, you're just out here. You're near McDonald's, are you?
Sorry?
It's just you're near McDonald's
no,
somewhere,
no,
kind of.
not over that. It's near the green marketplace where the good Hokkien mee is upstairs.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
That's it.
across the road.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love
do,
all
I
these
do.
landmarks, the McDonald's, Hokkien mee.
It's a long.
Hey,
But
it's
you know
how
what?
we work in
Yeah.
Singapore.
I've been craving for some Hokkien mee. Hey, doctor, maybe we can go and have Hokkien mee together.
Apparently,
No
that's the
problem.
one that's very good. Sito
But
has
you
been there before.
Must call 1 hour before.
Right?
is it?
The
Yeah.
line is very, very.
Yeah, so generally, a lot of the people, residents there, they call first.
Oh, you can call them to put
That's
your
how
order
that's
in?
how popular they are.
Wow, they got a phone number in their
Yes.
hawkers? Wow,
You
okay.
call,
Well,
very
then
cool.
you don't need to wait. You just go there and collect.
Oh, I love that.
Welcome to Good Morning Doctor.
It's also about Hokkien mee. There you go.
Love it. I love
Oh,
it.
my goodness.
We've loved having you on the show today,
Thank
Benji.
you, thank you for having me.
Good thing
Yeah.
we're not talking about cholesterol levels, right?
No lah, once in a while, everything in moderation.
Yes,
Wah.
definitely.
So can you vouch for that Hokkien mee? Is it that good?
Well, I must promote. Okay,
must
it's
promote.
not. It's one of the better ones I've taken. Yes.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
another
Wow.
one nearby here. The what's that name?
Okay.
Lorong
have a
6,
think about it.
The guy, the gentleman that was used to be a sous chef somewhere
At
else.
Les Amis.
Yes.
Oh, Hokkien mee, Hokkien man,
Ah,
Hokkien mee or
yes.
something. Yeah, I've
Oh.
heard of him.
that,
Yeah.
that one's good. That one's good.
He
I
was at
only
Les
have the
Amis.
one at Whampoa
Oh, okay.
Hawker Centre.
But this
So
guy used to be at
open
Les
to
Amis. There you go.
Well, I don't know about someone from Les Amis whipping up
Hokkien
Hokkien
mee.
mee, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us today.
Sirs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, we've been talking about gout as well as osteoarthritis and Healthier SG.
Remember, if you'd like us to talk about any medical subject, send us a WhatsApp at 88550920 so that we know what you want to talk about, and we'll try and bring in the appropriate professional.
Thank you very much, Dr. Benjy Soh.
Thank you for tuning in to The Big Show's Good Morning Doctor, because a healthier you